Day number 4, this is Sunday game day. It's a battle between the Perpetual Altas and the UP Fighting Maroons. This is your vleague Collegiate Challenge. My name is Nori, together with my partner Jamie La Victoria and the third member of our panel, Megan Cabrera. Jamie, we have two teams right behind us. Perpetual Altas winning their last outing against FEU 3-2. At ito namang Fighting Maroons, they won their first game in the opening day against San Sebastian, but they lost during their second outing against San Beda 2-1-3. Now let's talk about Perpetual. Alam naman natin ang Perpetual, they are counting dito sa kanilang captain na si Loy Ramirez, who had 20 points and 2 aces, 14 spikes ang pinakita sa laban na yan.
Yes, I believe that this is going to be a great matchup. Perpetual is coming from a win. They have high momentum, they have confidence and composure. And with UP coming from a loss, I believe that they're going to fight today.
That's
they're
right.
going to prevail. They're going to make sure that they win today.
That's right. And of course, si Coach Sammy Akailar, no? He also would like to count dito sa kanyang isa pang player na si Austria. And Hero Austria provided 19 points against that game against FEU.
Yes.
Oo. Now, for the side naman ng Fighting Maroons, as we take a look at the numbers here, no? Again, as I've said, they won the first game against San Sebastian. Providing the numbers for them was itong si Loisa Gamban, who had 15 big points dun sa kanilang unang laban. At ito naman laban nila, which is a loss against San Beda University. It was itong si Lagando who provided the numbers, very big numbers indeed, against San Beda, that he had 15 points together, kasama dyan 2 blocks, and they provide ni Lagando dun sa laban na yun.
Well, Nori, I believe that this game is going to be a 5-set game. What do you think? I feel it.
I mean, whatever, you know, whatever comes our way dito sa laban na to, if you think it's going to be a 5-set, then let's get ready for that. Of course, Perpetual, they're counting on dun sa kanilang panalo against FEU, which is a 5-setter.
Yes.
Do they want to have another 5-set against UP this time? I don't know.
I'm also hoping that UP made adjustments from the last game. They did lose against San Beda in 4 sets. So I know from watching their game that they had a lot of unforced errors like missed serves. So I hope that in training this week, they were able to prepare and lessen their errors for this game.
That's right. Of course, ang kupunan nito ni Coach Raul Tricaport, sabi mo nga, they made their adjustments, no? Kalaban nila na unang dalawa, magkapit-bahayan, neighbors, dun sa University Belt in San Sebastian and San Beda. But, you know, counting on itong si Coach Raul sa kanyang setter, who provided very good sets, very consistent, itong si Gian Samaniego during that last time out na naglaro sila. So, what do you think? Is this going to be a battle of sets, or is it going to be a battle of, you know, of quick attacks? What do you think? What's going to happen on this?
Well, I believe that this game is, you just have to stay composed, what I believe for this game.
Yeah.
When it's crunch time, it's important that the setter knows who to set at the right time. It's important to have good receive as well.
All right. And
so let's see.
Let's see what's going to happen. An interesting game indeed. Pagbabalik po namin, labanan, Perpetual Altas versus the UP Fighting Maroons. This is your vleague Collegiate Challenge.
officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Joven Racelis. Second referee, Mr. Patrick Alan Castillo. Let's call on our starting lineup from our 12-time defending NCAA champions, our University of the Perpetual Help, System Delta Altas. Team captain wears jersey number 14, Louis Ramirez. At number 2, Michael Mateo. Wearing jersey number 5, Michael Medalla. At number 6, Casey Andrade. Number 11, John Christian Narciso. And number 19, Hero Austria. Libero number 18, John Philip Pepito. Head coach, Mr. Sinfronio Sammy Acailar. From the UAAP, let us welcome our University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons. Team captain wears jersey number 2, Luis Gaspar Gamban. At number 1, Ruskin Jos Ijiran. Number 5, Daniel Nicolas. At number 7, Reden Jade Velasquez. Number 9, Angelo Lagando. And number 12, Ranz Wesley Cajolo. Libero number 14, John Lee Untilia. Head coach, Mr. Ralph Benson Ricafort.
Altas and UP Fighting Maroons. As we take a look here at the lineup for the Altas, Ramirez is there, Austria, Medalla, Andrade, Mateo, and Narciso, and their libero is Philip Pepito. This is the usual lineup na nilalabas ng Perpetual Altas. And for the Fighting Maroons, of course, their captain, Gamban, followed by Lagando, Nicolas, Ijiran, Cajolo, Juntilla, and starting libero is Velasquez. And we are still live here at the vleague Collegiate Challenge at the Paco Arenas. Nori Uy pa rin, kasama si Jamie La Victoria and the third member of the panel, si Megan Cabrera. Jamie, you've said it earlier during the pregame. May prediction ka. You said this is going to go 5 sets.
5 sets.
I'm trying to counter that, but I think face value as we look at these two teams, you know, it seems to me that you are correct. Pwedeng lumaban ng 5 sets tong dalawang kupunan na ito. Quick attack there. Austria scoring. Drawing the first blood here. Laban sa UP. And of course, sabi nga natin, Austria, during the pregame, I said he was very important part of this team because in the last game against FEU, he provided 19 points para sa kupunan ni Sammy Acailar. Austria, good serve.
Wow.
Cajolo's attack was blocked there. So early on, itong kupunan ng Perpetual showing what they can do. Austria still on the service area. I like how he does that kiss to the ball before that serve.
It's for good luck.
For good luck, that's right. Oh, Gamban with a beautiful attack there, Jamie.
Yes. Actually, if you notice in the first attacks of both teams, the setter already started with a combination play. So I like the risk-taking of the setters. I like how it started, the start of the game pa lang.
Gamban, their captain, tawag sa kanya si Loisa. Serving from Manila.
Great serve.
That's good attack there, but this time, net touch.
Net touch.
And the point would go on to Perpetual. Early 3-1 lead against the Fighting Maroons. And UP, alam naman natin, they won the first game but lost the second game. If they don't want 2 consecutive losses in this tournament, they really would want to win this game. A combo play there, and scoring of the Fighting Maroons.
If you notice, both of the teams, the receive has been really well, so the setter is able to run their offense properly. And that's what's going to win today. You need receive, and you need to play smart today.
Ijiran will be serving for the Fighting Maroons. Ijiran, who hails from Binyan City. Kasi taga Binyan din ako eh. So we are both coming from that city. Let's see. Make the city proud.
Wow.
And that time, Andrade puts it away. Wala na nagawa ang mga taga-UP but just to watch the ball sail out.
What I like about the setter of Perpetual, he's activating the middle at the start, which is great. Great.
Mateo. Service error. And, you know, pre-game, we were talking, no? What is the best way to serve the ball?
The best way to serve the ball for me, well, I personally do float serve. So like I told you before, every athlete has their own style. Some players do topspin serve or some do float serve, but I personally like the float serve because it could just drop. Unlike a jump serve, you just stay low and just pop it up.
And too high of a risk yung jump serve.
The toss is crucial.
5-3 tayo, lamang ang Perpetual Altas against the Fighting Maroons. Look at that jump serve again. Beautiful.
Great receive.
And UP lost that broken play. A sorry miss para sa University of the Philippines. And that point extended the deficit to 3 now. Serving for Perpetual is number 14, their captain, Louis Ramirez. That time it went out. So after a good serve, it was a bad serve.
Yes. 2 missed serves. Perpetual has missed 2 serves already. A lot of unforced errors at the start of the set.
Serving for UP, Lagando. One of the better performers.
Unforced error again.
You know, Jamie, sometimes there is, and by the way, welcome to the broadcasters
Thank you
panel
so much.
this time.
I'm so happy to be here.
Before you were playing the game, now you are calling the game. And
looking at it through a different lens.
That's right, that's right. And there's something that we call the broadcaster's jinx. You know, sometimes
oh my.
Kaya we're trying to be very careful during the crucial parts of the game kasi may ganun talaga. Gamban puts it through between the net and the defender. Beautiful attack there by their captain. As we take a look, this is the replay, Jamie. Look at it. From the back row.
And looking at the lineup of UP, they have a lot of young players actually born in 2000, and I'm happy that they're fighting here. You know, it's their first league entering this thing, and I'm glad that they're fighting it out.
That's right. Gamban again, this time sending it to zone 1. And scoring again is Gamban. Look at the energy of this guy, just bringing it into this team.
Young blood energy.
Yes. And the last time I've covered them, ganyan pala talaga siya. You know, after a point, after...
Rejoice.
Oo eh. At saka umiikot talaga siya sa court. Good serve there. Oh, that's a beautiful attack again. Hero Austria sending that ball away. An early 2-point lead for the Perpetual Altas. 8-6 against the Fighting Maroons. This is the first technical timeout.
Welcome back to the V-League for this matchup between the UP Fighting Maroons and the University of Perpetual Health. We are still live from the Paco Arena. Ako po si Megan Cabrera. Kasama ko pa rin, Nori Uy and Jamie La Victoria. The two Maroon teams are going head-to-head where the UP Fighting Maroons are aiming to get back on the win column. On the other hand, the University of Perpetual Health wants to create a winning streak early on in this championship. Simple words of wisdom from Coach Sammy of Perpetual. He reminds his boys to maintain good communication on the court. And with momentum on their side, sabi niya they just have to keep the team together and play just like they trained. Nori and Jamie?
Thank you, Megan. Of course, Megan, the third member of our panel. No, napakaganda ng kanyang report. What do you make of that report?
Amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
Amazing.
Just keep on reminding the boys to enjoy the game. not to worry too much about kung ano man yung
Relax lang.
errors na nangyayari. And you know, with the win that they had with FEU, parang ganun din yung sinasabi ni Coach
Yes.
Sammy during the huddles that time. Beautiful attack. That is Kaholo from UP.
You know, I noticed with UP after every point they really rejoice talaga, no? Like, I love the energy and I could feel it just from watching them.
Minsan nga wala ka na masasabi, di ba? Quick attack there.
Back.
That time it was a drop. Bola, buhay pa rin. This is quite a rally right now. Austria sending it into the side of UP, and that ball sailed out of bounds.
I've noticed with Austria in this game so far, he has been putting variety to
Yeah.
his spikes down the line and cross.
That's right. And attacking zone 1.
Yes,
Like this
down
is
the line,
Yeah,
yes.
second time that he did that. And Austria serving now for the Altas. Jump serve again. Beautiful. Right above that net. Kaholo. Second opportunity. This time dropped it. Good block there. Gamban. Oh. Medyo nasa ilalim siya ng
Yes.
bola when he attacked that ball, no?
Yes. It's
10-7.
It's important to really time when to spike talaga, because it's going to be forced to be in the net.
Austria still on the service area for the Altas. He's enjoying his time there. This time
you
the
jinxed
serve.
it, Nori. He heard you. I
He
think
heard
he heard
me
you.
when I said he's enjoying. Service error naman itong si Austria. But nevertheless, they're still up by 2. 8 serving 10. This is Kapitan Loisa Gamban serving for the Fighting Maroons.
Great serve.
In Narciso, good attack there by Ramirez. Now UP, free ball. Who is it gonna go again? Oh, wow, Ramirez
Combination
again.
play.
Confusing the defense, and Ramirez making sure that that attack will go in.
Ramirez is a silent killer. You know, captain, he does his job, and he executes it very well.
Yeah. Had 20 points against FEU the last time out. Good receive by Gamban. Quick attack there. Foiled by the Perpetualites. And score they did. They're now up by 4. 12-8. Beautiful set there by Narciso. You know, Narciso is doing his job setting really well
Yes.
para dito sa kanyang mga spikers.
It's really important as a setter to allow your spikers to shine. That's the whole job of a setter. It's kind of like being the quarterback of a team.
Kaholo, meanwhile, attacking the defense of Perpetual. Ito namang as we take a look at this replay there, good set. Kaholo capitalizing.
Through the block.
That's right, splicing through the defense. Serving is Ijiran again. Look at this. UP this time, there is an error there.
Net touch.
And the point would go on para naman dito sa Perpetual. So early
By
on into this
Velasquez.
ball game, the Altas are stomping their authority against UP. But again, as we've said, if you look at it face value, the teams, they seem to be equally matched, you know?
Yes.
And another score for the Perpetualites. 14-9 na tayo, 5 points, biggest lead so far by the Altas. And we have a timeout on the floor. Hindi na matiis ni Coach Raul Ricafort. Now let's listen in.
Tumatamang block pagpatok. Pag wala nang iwan sa likod, stay ka na doon. Ha? Yes, coach. Pag umikot na ulit yung runs yung line kay Jelay kanina. Jelay. Mag-half si Red, alalayan nyo sa line sa kabila. Kahit nga spin yan, huwag nyo nang isubsob. Kasi likod pa naman din sa Red. Sakto nyo na, kahit yung chance ball na tumatama sa block, huwag nyo nang isubsob. Hayaan nyo na siyang pumesto ng maayos doon. Huwag nyo nang isubsob sa net. Ha? Ulit pa rin ha, kahit na block na isa. Mas lalo. Bibigyan pa rin ng bibigyan.
Back into the game tayo. So another reminder there coming from Coach Raul. Siyempre, whenever they are down, sometimes these guys face pressure.
Yes.
And normally it happens. No, when you're
Normal.
down, too much pressure is coming in. You lose enjoyment of the game. You lose focus of how to.
You get in your head.
That's right.
It's really important to stay focused, especially now the score is 14-9, and it's not good to allow Perpetual to keep leading. Oh,
Another service error
third misserve.
coming from Perpetual. That's Mateo failing to convert on that serve. Cajolo this time from Bacolod City, serving for the Fighting Maroons. Good serve. And Narciso again sending it to Ramirez.
Wow.
A beautiful set by Narciso. Ramirez capitalizing. As we take a look at this, confusing the defense against two blockers there. Walang nagawa. Lipata, papasok, lalabas muna. Velasquez and Cajolo also will go out of the game for the meantime. And they also have sent in Juntilla for the Fighting Maroons.
Yes.
Ramirez serving. Good receive by Gamban. Quick attack,
Wow.
Nicolas! Beautiful quick attack there by Dan Nicolas.
I think it's important for UP to utilize the middle and really change up their offense, because once Perpetual gains momentum, they might go all the way.
That's right. Number 9, Lagando, serving for the Fighting Maroons. Oh, Austria! And that time, Austria made
Combination
sure
play.
they're rejoicing the energy of Austria. Parang parehas sila nito ni Gamban dito
Yes.
sa kabila, no? And that puts them up by 5, 16-11. Up ang Perpetual Altas. Mayroon po tayong technical timeout. Back into the game. Again, 16-11 ang ating score. Up by 5 are the Altas. They're building on, carrying on that momentum they had against the battle with FEU, where they won 5 sets,
Yes.
3-2. So ngayon naman, kalaban nila ang University of the Philippines, and they're still on the lead. Service area is Casey Andrade, hailing from Boracay, Aklan. Ganda ng pagkakaserve na
Great
yan.
set.
Gamban!
Wow.
Strong attack there by Gamban.
Love the
They need to-
energy.
They need to do more of this. Look at this. From the back row.
That's a great set also.
The lefty attack. Walang problema. 2 defenders, 1 defender, does not really matter. Nicolas serving naman para sa UP. And Narciso, Austria, blocked there. Second time, puts it away.
Outside.
It will go out. And UP trimming down the lead here of the Perpetualites now, just down to 3.
Loving the energy
So this is
of Gamban.
diba? This is the beauty of volleyball games, diba? There's a lot of character, and that energy coming from their captain nonetheless. And Narciso, this time Ramirez,
With the back row attack.
Gamban again, just right above the net. Austria this time drops it.
Wow.
Gamban was able to save it.
Great defense. Oh no.
Unfortunately, sa Maniego, nagkamali dun sa kanyang pag...
Merge outside yung set.
yes, it went to the official. The official's not part of the game.
The official wasn't ready.
That's right, the official's not ready. Balik sa 4, kalamangan ng Perpetual, 17-13. serving is Narciso.
It's a great serve.
And this is gonna go to Gamban. Oh, good attack there.
Great coverage.
Austria again, attacking. Free ball tayo. Ayan, hindi na nahabol ng mga tiga-UP. Sayang na pagkakataon, but good effort.
Yes.
You know, sometimes momentum start with effort. You know,
Yes.
if you're shown good effort.
You have to sacrifice your body sometimes and dive.
Yes. And whether it is saved or not, because of that effort, it can probably trigger the much needed momentum
Yes.
that they need, because they're down by 5 now. So Narciso again, still on the service area for Perpetual. The guys in white. Set up again for Gamban. Strong attack there. Good save. Setter gives it. The sliding attack. Good defense. Maganda yung
By
setup.
Austria.
Maganda yung setup, no? But the better defense was there. 2 blockers anticipating that attack.
Austria was ready.
I don't like to say anything kasi baka mamaya di ba? Oh, that time, strong attack there. That's right. They're pleading their case. Sabi nila, natamaan yung kamay. Pero nevertheless, it's still a point for the Altas. They're now up by 7.
UP really needs to get the receive so they're able to run a bunch of their offense. Because so far they've just been setting the open.
And then Narciso again, serving,
Ace.
acing that serve. Sending it over to zone number 5. Hindi na nakapag-react ang mga tiga-UP. They're up by 8 points in the first set. Now let's listen in dito sa huddle ni Coach Rallo.
Yeah, like.
Akin na.
Adjust barrels. Up-blank tayo. Kaya naman iba kahit naman yung sa block eh. Pareho-pareho lang naman. Hindi ko nahihirapan talaga. Unahin niyo muna yun, sa pasa muna.
Sige, coach, ako. Guys, yung ano natin, yung enjoy natin, nilalaban natin.
Dahan-dahan lang. Tayo pa yan.
1, 2, 3, ngiti. Ngiti. Hey, UP! Enjoy na nilalaban, pre. Enjoy na nilalaban.
That huddle, I think, more on breaking the momentum than the build ng Perpetual.
Yes.
Because they have so much momentum, the energy is with them. And, you know, as we're trying to listen in, medyo mahina yung boses ni Coach Ral that time. And the players are talking amongst themselves. So, I'm just thinking, it could be a momentum breaker.
They just need to boost their morale just a little bit. You can tell in their faces that they kind of look defeated already.
Gamban again, strong attack. Good save there by Narciso. This time, it's still Loisa Gamban sending it away. Finally, good timeout call. Look at this, skying high for them.
Effective in timeout.
Right through the middle of the 2 guys defending that volleyball.
Perpetual needs to close that block.
Velasquez from Baliwag, Bulacan. Quick attack. Good recovery defense. Gamban this time.
Check ball.
That's right. So 2 consecutive points ang binibigay na ni Loisa Gamban, the team captain, dito sa Fighting Maroons. Cuts the lead to just 6 points now. Serving is still Red Velasquez. 15 serving 21. Narciso again to Austria.
Play. I love the risk-taking of the Perpetual setter. He's really putting up a great offense, allowing his spikers to shine and really taking risks, which is allowing them to lead by 7.
That's right. Austria ngayon as a service area. This is going to be a beautiful jump serve again.
Wow.
And that time, Ramirez sending that ball away and scoring again para dito sa Altas. Ramirez, no? Hindi pa natin masyadong nararamdaman yung scoring prowess ni Ramirez, but the mere presence of this guy
His
inside.
energy.
Yeah.
Silent killer, like
That's
I said before.
Austria again. This time a service error by Hero Austria.
Fourth misserve
That's right.
of Perpetual.
23-16. UP down by 7. Gamban on the service. He was able to score the last 2 points of UP. And Narciso, that one-hander set to Ramirez. Beautiful.
Quick attack by Ramirez. They were not expecting that. I wasn't expecting that.
Set point, 24-16. The Altas overpowering UP in the first set. Gamban with the receive. Cajolo.
Deep cross.
They were able to cut the lead again, down to just 7. UP needs more of that, Jamie. What do they need to do?
They need like an energy booster. They look kind of down. They need to fire it up. Hopefully by the second set.
Joust at the net, won by, no, it's a free ball. Cajolo sends it away, scoring again for UP. 24-18, and we have a timeout here by Coach Sammy Akailar, and let's listen into this huddle.
Si Louie ang ipoporsyento natin, ha? Si Louie. So, pasahan. I'm sure maganda pasa niyan. Wika. Kapatong siya. Tapos, Hero, dito ka sa back row, okay? Ulitin ko, kahit ganyan ang score, ha? Dapat sigurista tayo, okay? Intindihan? Okay, may pumapalo sa atin, kailangan mayroong coverage. Ha? Sige, bahala ka.
What Coach Sammy said was that even if they're up already by 6 and they're at set point, they have to be sure, they have to make sure that they still play the game that they're playing.
Yes, and it looks like Coach was giving them a specific play to run. But unfortunately, we were not able to see it on the whiteboard.
That's
so let's
right.
see what they're about to do.
They're on the defensive end this time as UP will be serving again. This is Russ Ijiran. Russ Ijiran, a former member of the University of Perpetual Help in Binyan, not against the one from Las Piñas. And Narciso. Gamban with the receive. Joust at the net, won by the Altas. And that ends set number 1. What a set we had, Jamie.
We need University of the Philippines to gain some energy and some spark for the second set, I believe.
And Altas showing that energy, showing that spark
Yes,
early
they need
on.
to feed off their energy.
Tama yan, tama yan. As they took set number 1, 25-18. And again, as I've said, you know, they're stumping their authority, their domination against the Fighting Maroons. We will be back. This is still vleague Collegiate Challenge. vleague Collegiate Challenge, where it all started. This is set number 2 now, but let's talk about set number 1. It's 25-18, won by the Perpetual Altas. As we take a look, these are the highlights of the set number 1, Jamie.
Well, from the first set, I noticed that the setter of Perpetual was able to run their offense, setting the middle, allowing their spikers to shine. With UP, they didn't have so much receive, so they weren't able to run so much offense and just set the open. So I think that was the difference in this set.
Yeah, and of course, sabi mo kanina before we ended set 1, no? You said the energy, the spark is with the Altas, the momentum is
Yes.
with them, and what UP basically needs to do is just to counter that attack
Yes.
from the Altas as we take a look at the statistics of set 1.
Yeah, if you see the statistics on the screen, you can see that Perpetual has more blocks, 4 blocks, and Fighting Maroons have 0. And with the attacks, you have Perpetual with 13 and Fighting Maroons 12.
Total domination
Yes.
by the Altas.
I think it's important that UP in this set really maximizes their blocks or works on their defense.
So if you are Perpetual, you took set number 1. What do you need to do now to take set number 2? And, knowing UP is still a capable team.
I think it's important for UP to not have missed serves, but still maintain the heavy serves, which allowed UP to not have good service receive.
Good receives.
Yes.
Oo. And still, in Narciso, sabi nga natin, ang galing ng mga set plays niya no,
Yes.
in set 1. And he is still serving for the Perpetual because I think this is the 5th consecutive serve that this guy is going to be making for the Altas.
Yes. And he's really running his offense smoothly. That's why they're doing well.
Gamban, good attack there.
Combination play agad.
That's right. And this is what they need to do. They
Yes.
need to confuse the defense. They need to make sure that the offense flows smoothly to go against Perpetuals who are ready dito sa set number 2 natin.
And it also looks like Perpetual really studied UP. So it's important that UP really changes their offense, has some change for this set.
We're just talking about how prepared they are in Narciso to Medalla that time, converting again for the Altas.
Here we go with Austria.
Si Hero Austria, 19 points against FEU. Still providing that leadership mentality here for the Altas. Jump serves.
Great serve.
Cajolo this time.
Combination play.
Cajolo.
I think Velasquez knows that he has to run his offense differently compared to the first set.
Yeah. And of course, itong si Velasquez, very successful in confusing the defense that time.
Yes.
And Cajolo obviously maximizing the opportunity. And another service error. That time, Advincula over serves.
In their last game against San Beda, that was not the entire cause, but the missed serves. So let's hope that they don't continue that.
Medalla on the service area for Perpetual. This time, Eusebio. Good receive. Ramirez for the Altas. Again, another attack by Ramirez. Hindi na pinababa ang bola. Ramirez, very intelligent, very smart play.
Silent killer.
Yes. Oh, tahimik lang siya talaga, no? I mean, he just does what he needs to do.
He's quiet, but he does his job and he executes properly. Very composed.
That's right. And to think Ramirez is only in his 2nd year.
Yes. Showing great leadership.
That's right. Medalla still.
Oh,
This
no.
time is a service error. You were talking earlier about service error that they need to minimize.
Yes. So far, they only have 1. Let's not continue that.
Yeah. Tied at 3. Serving for UP is Ranz or Wesley Cajolo. And Narciso again, this time, ibinigay dito kay Mateo. And Mateo making sure that UP do not or cannot defend.
I'm loving the faces of UP right now. They have more positive energy this set. You can tell in their faces that they're willing to win.
Right. Mateo from Victoria City, Negros Occidental. Eusebio. Good dig. Velasquez jousted the net. Gamban. Eusebio pa rin. Decides to drop at zone 1. Quite a rally we have right now. Kaholo. Eusebio this time sends it to the back row. Ramirez,
Wow.
your silent killer,
yet
scores again for Perpetual. Gives the team a 2-point advantage in this second set. And this guy from Negros Occidental is still at the service area. Velasquez to Nicolas. That combo had been working since set 1. And Nicolas, you know, if there is a Ramirez who is very silent and performs silently for Altas, I think Nicolas is one of those para naman dito sa side ng UP. Eusebio from Morong. Good set, Narciso to Ramirez. Gamban.
There we go.
Narciso, minadali yung tira na yan. Gamban again, strong
Not
to the net.
over.
The timing, no? It's a timing,
Yes.
mistimed the jump.
Yes.
Is it the jump that is a problem or was it the set?
The timing of the jump. The set was good.
Loy Ramirez for Perpetual. While they were waiting for that serve, no, kung ano ang mangyayari, that serve by Ramirez, Gamban, muntik pang, i-receive eh.
I think he was jokingly doing that because he knew it was outside.
Just in the nick of time, he decided not to receive it kasi lalabas yung bola talaga. Nicolas naman para sa UP. Velasquez to Gamban. Gamban, medyo tabingi, pero i-award ang point dito sa Altas. They're up by 2 now, 7-5. In set number 2, it's still all Altas. And UP needs to get their act together, Jamie.
I think they need to run more of the middle. Yan, there.
Should have been more of those kind of plays.
Yes.
Take a look at this. Quick attack. Velasquez to Advincula. Advincula also very quiet.
And in order to get points like that, they need receive from UP.
Good receive by Austria. Narciso. Austria!
Wow.
Beautiful sliding attack there, and that energy will send the score 8-6, and this is going to be the first technical timeout dito sa ating set number 2. This is still your vleague Collegiate Challenge.
Welcome back to the Paco Arena, where this game between the University of Perpetual Help and the UP Fighting Maroons continues. Ako po si Megan Cabrera, kasama ko pa rin Nori Uy and Jamie La Victoria. Now, even if this has been a pretty challenging game for UP so far, this second set shows that they are not fighting Maroons for nothing. With some challenges in the logistics of their training and even tune-up games, and after the loss from San Beda, Coach Rald actually focused on the mental preparations going into this game. He admits that this is a young team. Ika nga niya, di pa ganun katibay. That's why he also wants to have a holistic approach when it comes to developing these players. Nori and Jamie?
Thanks, Megan. One thing that I've picked up from that report is that, you know, the importance of practices.
Yes.
You know, the scrimmages or whatnot, you may call them something else. But the importance of that. So we take a look at that attack there by Advincula, cutting the lead down to just 1. And again, Jamie, back to that, no? How important is it for you, being a former player, to have consistent practices?
It's really important because that's where you hone your skills. You work on what you need to work on because you already know your strengths. And it's really important to gain that muscle memory every day, every day, every day. And that's why I believe that these teams, both teams, rejoice after each point because you're in the court and training for hours and hours, trying to perfect what you actually just did in the match.
And it is translating into the games, no? If you didn't have much practices, the harmony between teammates.
Yes.
Look at that serve there by Austria, just getting over the net, and itong Fighting Maroons not prepared to
Yes.
defend that.
And back to the training part, how you practice is how you play. I always say that. So if you're not doing it well in practice,
Or you
have
don't
to
have
step
enough
it up
practice
in games.
time.
Yes.
Yeah, yun din, no? Austria again, serving. Sharp
Great
serve there,
serve.
beautiful. Cajolo, the lefty. Narciso sets up Mateo and scores. Itong partnership ng Narciso Mateo has been working wonders para sa koponan ni Coach Sammy. Look at that between the hands and the net.
He's another silent killer along with Ramirez.
You must have some other names for sino to si Mateo. Because you have your Ramirez already. Austria still
Great serve.
over received there. Narciso binigay kay Ramirez, drops it. UP to Cajolo. This time Cajolo's drop. Buhay pa ang bola. And
Net.
that time there's a net touch. Was that a net touch for?
Unforced error.
So 12-7 na ang ating score. Up by 5 are the Perpetual Altas. May timeout po tayo. Let's listen in to the huddle of Coach Raul.
Maganda yung pasa doon sa jump serve. Umikot na agad ka na sa side. Pag wala, saka lang kayo magdulo-dulo. Hindi nga pwede yung ganun kabagal lang, yung lumulutang na drop. Kailangan mabilis talaga sa ibabaw. Yung ginagawa sa inyo ni Mark nung tune-up natin. Kung hindi man, hindi gumamit ka na ng blocker. Pwede rin naman. Pwede rin mag-reset. Marami nating option. Huwag agad kayong mainip na kailangan nyo pumuntos agad. Hayaan nyo lang yung score. Basta yung tamang pasa ulit saka yung sa blocking ko na.
So Coach Raul reminding his team not to be impatient.
Yes.
You know, just the score is there. There's nothing you can do about it. So just make sure that they do what they do best, which is to receive, to set, to attack.
You are bound to make mistakes. Volleyball is a game full of errors, so it's just important that you're able to recover after that.
And it's so fast-paced, Jamie, that tama yung sinabi mo eh, just recover after. Mistake, bangon. Mistake,
Yes.
just get up and do your thing again.
You only have 5 seconds, so it's important to recover. That looked inside to me.
But apparently the call of the officials is that went out of bounds. So it's a point for UP. It's okay, we have different vantage points. That's why we have so many officials, so many linemen here. Service by Advincula. Ramirez
Wow.
skying
Hang
high.
time! My goodness.
Wow. Look at this replay. Look at the hang time and look at that height of where he was able to reach the peak of his jump.
Again, combination play. That's been working for them.
UP this time. Eusebio, or Nicolas rather, defended well by the Perpetualites.
It's important that the setter of the team really maximizes their spikers with their quick.
Medalya service now para dito sa Perpetual. They're up by 6. Cajolo,
Wow.
good attack. And this is what they need to do. You know, and we've been saying this from set number 1, no? They have to be consistent with it. And what do they need to do to be consistent?
I think it's important that UP just maintains good energy, because if there's one player on the court that doesn't have energy but the other 5 does, it won't work out so well.
Again, a quick attack by
we
Ramirez.
go.
No good. Beautiful defense. Beautiful block by UP.
There they go, maintaining some momentum.
Single blocker was very successful there. That was number 5 in Dan Nicolas. Cuts the lead to just 4 points now. Serving is Cajolo. And Narciso,
Great set.
Paholo again. And that is Austria sending it to zone
back row
1.
attack.
Amazing set there coming from the Altas. And Austria, right from the get-go, was able to send that ball out there. Up by 5, or the Altas 15-10.
Here we go with a double sub.
Ito na naman yung part of the game where the Altas are slowly pulling away from the Fighting Maroons.
Yes.
Just like set number 1. This is like how they started attacking and getting away from the Fighting Maroons.
Great set.
And that attack there, good attack, good intention, a better defense was shown by the Altas as we head on dito sa ating second technical timeout ng set number 2. The Altas up by 6, 16-10. Back into the ball game, 16-10. Jamie, similar to set number 1. By the way, let's take a look at ito si
Sir Ricky
Palou in the venue dito sa Paco Arena, enjoying the game. I think it's been here since game number 1.
Yes. Early morning.
Early morning, 10 o'clock, game number 1 natin. Nandyan na si Sir Ricky until now. And I think even until after this game, nandyan pa rin siya. But Jamie, I was asking earlier, this is a similar strategy that was employed by the Altas since set number 1. So it's been working wonders for them. Nicolas, that time, that attack went out of
First
bounds.
error. We need some spark from UP right now. Their faces are kind of starting to show like the first set. Low energy, looks impatient.
Meanwhile, meron lang tayong konting
Basa.
may basa lang sa floor, and the officials are just making sure that it's all dried up for the safety of our players. This is again a set that's totally being dominated by the Altas. 17-10 now is the score. Service by Mateo. UP this time. And there is an error against the Altas. The score will go to UP. Eusebio on the service area. Clint Eusebio from Morong, Rizal. Also a product of University of Rizal system. Good serve there, pero it went just outside of the line. So slowly, the Altas are getting closer and closer to claiming set number 2, Jamie. Alam natin kanina, you've been saying they need to have this energy, they need to have this, they need to have that, as there's a service error by Ramirez. Another point for UP. But, I mean, in a technical standpoint, if you are on the side of UP, what do you tell the players moving forward?
I feel like it's important that the UP players just stay patient. Like what their coach said in the timeout, you can tell in their faces that they're really impatient. They're not smiling, you know? And when they get the point, they're not as rejoiceful as the first set. So they need to maintain it until the end.
I think that's just the first set, but actually just in the first part of the game. Like where everything is just even out pa.
Yeah.
Na, di ba, kanina masaya-masaya sila with running around, energy and all. Tama ka eh. Medyo nawala yung enjoyment na yan. Narciso to Ramirez, the back row attack. This guy jumps just so high. So high.
The blocking of UP, they need to be there. They need to be present today.
19-13, up by 6. The Altas service by Casey Andrade. And let's see what kind of offensive scheme is being played out here by the Altas. Eusebio, the receive. Gamban, strong
Through the
attack.
block.
Gamban again. Gamban is just not that consistent, no? But let's take a look. The beauty of this attack by Gamban. He's been doing this, but not so consistent
Yes.
in this particular game.
That could be the momentum changer, though. Let's see. Let's see.
Lagando with the serve. And Narciso, we've been commending Narciso ever since.
Unstoppable.
That's a beautiful
Ramirez.
set again to Ramirez. And Ramirez, your killer, silent killer, providing wonders here again para kay Coach Sammy. And this is a 6-point ball game, 20-14. Couple of changes of personnel para dito kay Coach Raul. Caholo is back in the game. In Narciso, I think very consistently ang ginawa nitong ginagawa, hindi pa tapos yung laro nitong si Narciso. Gamban is a little short on that attack. 21-14, 7-point ball game.
And Narciso has been doing a very good job running his offense. I mean, it's smooth. He's utilizing everyone. He's open, he's quick, his utility. And that's what is making a difference for this set.
Tama yung sinabi mo he's going left wing, right wing, middle.
Yun lang.
Yeah.
Misserves lang.
Yeah, but that's, it's parang natatanggap mo na lang yung ganung mga errors,
Yes,
because
yes.
they're up by 6 right now. They're about to claim the set, but let's see. It's still, it's still a 4-point that the Altas needs to score. UP still has a chance. Loisa Gamban, service. Narciso, quick attack there. Rosos sending it. Grabe. I'm speechless after this set by Narciso. Beautiful, beautiful. What do we say, Narciso? The best floor general so far?
Yes. And because they also have receive, he's able to run his offense.
Strong jump serve by Austria. A little back row there. Narciso again, this time. Good save. And that's a good quick attack there by UP. Finally breaking that momentum of the Altas. They scored. 22-16 ang ating score. 6-point lead ang hinahabol ng mga taga-Diliman. The guys in maroon. Number 13, Advincula from Calbayog, Samar. Again, Narciso. Good save by Gamban. Narciso. This time they dropped it. Buhay pa rin ang bola. Quite a rally right now. To Ramirez.
Oh, wow.
And the point will be awarded to the Fighting Maroons. Ramirez is trying to contest or plead his case. Fighting Maroons the score, down to 5. Ang deficit na hinahabol nila. Advincula the service. Beautiful dig. Eusebio. Narciso again. Kanino ngayon? Ramirez!
Wow. Combination
Strong
play.
attack there. Capitalizing on that set by Narciso. Puts his team up by 6. 23-17 in the set number 2. This is still your vleague Collegiate Challenge. Serving is Kurt Rosos from Pili, Camarines Sur. First time to serve, and that's going to be an error.
You know, I have to give credit to the libero of Perpetual. He's everywhere today, Pepito. That's why they're able to run their offense smoothly, because there's defense and receive.
Caholo, meanwhile, again, this is Narciso to Ramirez.
Wow.
Targeting zone number 5. UP not able to defend that attack. And we are now at set point dito sa second set. And just like that, we're about to, again, let's see. Let's see if Mateo be able to finish this set against UP with this service. Mateo setting it up. Over the Ramirez finishing it off in set number 2. Sends that away. Oh my God, what a game are we witnessing here. What a blowout, what a domination by the Altas against the Fighting Maroons. 25-18 dito sa ating set number 2. And this is still your vleague Collegiate Challenge. When we come back, set number 3. Huwag po kayong alis. Diyan lamang po kayo. Back here at the vleague Collegiate Conference, still Nori Uy with Jamie La Victoria together with the third member of the panel, Marge Cabrera. Or apologies, Megan Cabrera rather. Na-confused na rin ako. Identical sets, 25-18 set number 1, 25-18 set number 2 as we take a look, Jamie, of the highlights of set number 2.
You can just tell that with Perpetual, their offense is it's crushing it today compared to UP. And the setter's able to run his offense smoothly because of the great receive and because of the good defense.
Total domination being shown by the Altas.
Yes.
But did you anticipate this, that it's going to be like this?
Well, I predicted that it would be 5 sets, so let's just see in this set.
After second set, what's your prediction now?
I don't want to say anything anymore.
But you know, even me, I was, you know, initially, I was not thinking that way. But before that, let's take a look at the stats of set number 2.
So as you see on the screen, like I said before, the attacks. With Perpetual, they have 15, and with the Fighting Maroons, they have 9. When blocks and aces are still the same with both 1.
But
I think it's important that UP really runs their offense smoothly because they're just, with receive as well, unlike Perpetual, who's dominating with the spikes.
And I think commendable is JC Narciso, the
Yes,
setter
the
of
setter.
Perpetual, just running the floor really well, confusing the defense. Yung kanyang mga set, hindi lang sa iisang lugar. It goes everywhere.
Proper strategy.
And let's see who will draw first blood here at set number 3. And that's Austria scoring para sa kanyang kupunan, gets the first point. And the jumping celebration, the jubilation.
Yes. I have to give it to Austria. His energy has been the same since set 1.
Yeah, because they're up 2-0. So, you know, he's got all the reason to rejoice. Austria with the serve. Velasquez to Gamban, dropping it. Oh, good quick attack there. That is, again, gear off. And Narciso to Rosos. What a beautiful drop.
I think it's important for UP to add some spark in this set. We need some fire within.
Yeah, but how do you do that when you are down?
These are the games.
I mean, coming from a player standpoint. Huh?
Well, as an athlete, I believe this is why you train. You're being tested right now. So I think it's important that you just stay positive, but at the same time, it's important to do your job.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Nicolas scoring that quick attack there para dito sa UP. And tama yun eh, you know. And this is, remember the report of Megan, no? That UP somehow is struggling with their practice times because of some logistical challenges. for UP. And could this be the reason why they are in this situation now?
Actually, it's a huge factor that, you know, their training is inconsistent. But, you know, come game time, you have to give it your all. You have to bring the best.
Narciso to Rosos again. Good recovery. Pero meron tayong net error, I think, na nakita ng ating mga officials. And that point is going to be awarded to the Fighting Maroons. Could this be the break that these guys are waiting for? It's the first time that they are up against the Altas in this game. 3-2.
Let's see.
Again, Narciso, the one-hander set. Good recognition there. Oh, that's a beautiful attack. Care of Franz Wesley Cajolo all the way from Bacolod.
Gaining some momentum here on
Yes,
UP.
that's right. Sabi ko kasi, could that be the shift, the momentum shifter na hinihintay ng
Yung
mga
net touch.
taga-Diliman?
Yes.
Oo. Gamban still on the service area. Their team captain. Narciso again. This time gives it to Ramirez.
Wow.
And
Silent killer yet again.
Yet again, and the ball is in, sabi ng ating mga line officials. Why wouldn't they be able to defend that kind of attack? Look at this. He's coming from the right wing.
That is extremely deep cross. Sometimes it's too fast to react, actually.
And finding that empty zone, no? Rosos. Cajolo this time. Cajolo scoring para sa kanyang koponan. They're up by 2, 5-3. And all of a sudden, I can see faces starting to
May
flip.
shift.
Yep, there is. Kanina medyo malungkot.
May fire na.
Medyo masaya na. Ito yung sinasabi mo. Anong tawag mo doon kanina?
Energy.
Spark.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
There's a spark now.
I think they can hear me.
Ramirez, Gamban walang nagawa. Ramirez, that is the nth time that he had been targeting Gamban right on zone number 5.
Yes. Crunch time. Ramirez knows that he has to step up in this one if they want to finish it in 3.
In the first 2 sets, Ramirez, a silent worker. Right on the 3rd set, medyo nag-iingay na. Itong kanilang team captain na si Loy Ramirez. Serving is Clint Mateo. Let's see what UP is gonna do here. Medyo malalim yung atake, and Cajolo, he knows that he's under the ball.
Yes. Medyo outside yung set also. That's why he had to adjust.
Mateo still in the service area. We're tied at 5 now. This is the 3rd set. Right on target. Eusebio, strong attack. Too strong, rather.
Yes.
Yung atake na yun ni Eusebio, parang on my vantage point, no, parang medyo yung talon niya off eh. It's a little off.
Wrong timing. Great set, wrong timing.
And these are the kind of, sets na sineset up ng iyong setter yung bola ng maayos, and then the attacker somehow gets an off jump. Beautiful attack there. Again, Ramirez. Buhay pa ang bola, buhay pa ang bola. Oh, no, they awarded it already. I thought it's still...
That was still good though.
Yeah, I thought it was still alive. But the official already awarded the point to the Altas.
Yes.
They're now up by 2 points, 7-5. I thought that UP had already the momentum on their way earlier. They're still discussing with the officials kung anong nangyari dun sa huling possession na yan. In the game also is Cordero,
Yes.
their libero.
First time seeing the court today.
That's right. Mateo still on the service area. Nag-enjoy na ng konti si Mateo, and medyo lakas ng tapik ni Lipata doon.
Medyo mababa yung set also.
Oo. And yung tapik niya nga, as I've said, medyo malakas-lakas eh.
Yes.
As we head on to the first technical timeout again, because the Altas was able to score quick 8 points here.
Yes.
8-5, lamang sila ng 3. Technical timeout muna tayo, magbabalik po kami.
Welcome back to the Paco Arena because this is the V-League. We are still live with our matchup between Perpetual and the UP Fighting Maroons. And Perpetual has not left anything to chance. Ako po si Megan Cabrera, kasama ko pa rin Nori Uy and Jamie La Victoria. Now, as a coach, Sammy Akailar of the Perpetual Altas has supported his players all throughout the pandemic. In terms of training, there was no off-season for them dahil patuloy pa rin ang online training nila. He even went as far as hosting some of his players who couldn't get back to their provinces into his home. Now, while they had some difficulty in the transition period, especially with the turnover of players during the pandemic, he mentions that they were able to also get some talents from their juniors program, who Loy Sagamban, the captain of the Fighting Maroons, actually also graduated from. Nori and Jamie?
Thank you, Megan, for that report. Wonderful, no? Talaga nakakatuwa. When, even in off-season, actually, during the pandemic, hindi nga off-season yun eh.
Oo nga.
As in, shutdown season talaga. Kasi nobody can move, nobody can do anything. As we take a look at the score by UP right now. But going back to that report, no, Coach Sammy, we know how he is, no? Tatay.
Father figure.
Father figure, takes care of his boys, making sure that, you know, that the boys feels that the dad, the father is there,
Yes.
taking care of them. And Narciso Ramirez skying high again.
Wow.
Good receive. Nasalba pa rin ng UP Gamban. Free ball tayo. However, the point is going to be awarded now to the Altas.
Sayang yun. Because of that, it was outside of the antenna. If it was inside, pwede pa.
Yung pagkaka-receive,
Yes.
no, lumabas na sa antena.
Yes.
Ayun. 9-6 ang ating score. Ramirez serving.
Oh,
Right.
what a serve.
Right in front of Gamban. What a serve, really. And I think, you know, he's really been targeting Gamban even during his attacks. Let's see, 4 points. 10 serving 6. Loy Ramirez.
Wow.
This time to Cordero. Eusebio. And Narciso again to Ramirez, back row.
Wow.
And this is going to be another point for the Altas.
Zone 5 talaga sa line.
That's right. You know, whenever Ramirez is attacking, no, it's either zone 4 or 5
Yes.
ang inaatake niya, no? Why is that?
Normally with the back row attack, 1 and 5 are the target points. Because if you give it to zone 1, that's where the setter is. So they're going to get all mixed up.
Good double block there by the Altas. Yung atake ni Kaholo, pinabalik lang nila, and look at the faces of these guys defeated. They need a momentum breaker, and let's listen into the huddle right now.
Kailangan mas mag-error kayo. Kaya pa ilaban. Ilayin na score. Mas kailangan ko yung ilalaban nyo, hindi yung mag-aalangan kay Lalo, mag-error lang kay Lalo din. Hindi tayo nyo i-fix win.
Laba, kaya.
Pagkaling sa mahirap yung second ball, edi yung, alam nyo nang pangit yung makukuha nyo. Bakit? Pag pangit din yung palo nyo, ganun. Tsagayin nyo na yung pasa, huwag nyo nang gitnaan.
Okay, coach.
Kaya sinanang ko sa
Carry, coach.
sa kalahati.
Papasok kami, ha? Isang pasok tayo kayo. Oh, wait. Oh, face check muna tayo. Ngiti muna lahat. Hey, UP!
UP down by 6 in the third set. Jamie, we talked about this earlier, no? Nakita mo naman, medyo seryoso na, you know, yung tono ni Coach Raul.
His vibe. He's telling his players to step it up, basically.
Get your acts together, basically, is the message there. Velasquez to Eusebio.
Wow.
Oh, good dig there. Jousted the net, won by the Altas. 13-6 ang ating score, up by 7.
Pepito has been getting everything.
Oh, and Ramirez enjoying his time at the service area right now. They're now up by 7, as I've said. Let's see if they can increase this further. Good serve, very sharp. Eusebio this time puts it away. Mateo unable to defend that. (13-7). UP, again, as what Coach Raul Ricafort mentioned during that huddle, they need to step it up. They need to get their acts together if they want to still push this into a ball game. They're down by 2 sets now, and a win by the Altas of this set means a win of the ball game. Ramirez, and that is just out of the antenna. 2 quick points by UP. Eusebio still in the service area. They'll try to cut the lead. It's now down to 5. Targeting zone 1. Back row, Ramirez! You know, the timing of this guy, the way that he points yung kanyang mga atake is just amazing.
He's
it
everywhere.
amazes me, yeah.
We have to give credit to their setter because he's able to set him up like that because of the good receive also.
Yeah, but in Narciso, grabe, no? One of the
Playmaker.
best. Yeah, one of the best I've seen so far. Gamban, strong. Austria this time attacks the defense. And UP again scoring. Still a 5-point ball game. 5-point deficit pa rin. Ijiran now on the service area. Let's see if they can cut the lead further. Yung laban natin at this point of time, medyo siso ang score
Yes.
nila. I-score yung kabila. Ganon din yung kabilang team. And
Wow.
that's another service error by Ijiran. He just came into the game to serve. Committed that error, a costly mistake.
Yeah,
today.
it's really important to know your role, you know, especially if you're going to go in the middle to serve. Make sure to warm up your arm on the side, move a bit, because you're coming from the outside, so you're kind of cold and not warmed up.
And Narciso, that service, beautiful. Oh, just a little short again on that attack by Lagando. And that pushes the lead to 7 now by the Altas. As we head on to the second technical timeout, we will be back. You're still watching the vleague Collegiate Challenge. My name is Nori Uy. Kasama pa rin Jamie La Victoria, third member of the panel. Megan Cabrera. I just want to make that right this time. I stand corrected during the earlier part. I mispronounced your name. NRC is still on the service area. And we've been talking about this guy, Jamie, you know.
Yes.
It was wonderful all throughout, setting up teammates, scoring also,
Yes.
and not just setting up, and
his
talagang
serves.
very consistent.
Yes. He's composed throughout the game. He's running his offense well and really doing his job as a setter to make his spikers shine.
Lagando. Now Gamban rather. And that is an error again by UP. Totally out of momentum ang UP.
Yes.
I don't know
Hindi
what
sila in
happened to
sync
them.
today.
Yeah, the harmony is just not there. The way they're playing, they're not connected, basically. Look at that service ace.
You know, I also think with UP, it's a factor that their team is so young, unlike Perpetual, because young blood, you know, they're still may jitters pa, may, you know, may hindi walang flow.
That's right. And Narciso serving from Igpit, Misamis Oriental. Gamban, strong attack there. Wala nang nagawa ang 18 ng taga-Altas. They're down by 8. And let's see, again, you know, we're always waiting to see
Yes.
what is the momentum shifter.
spark.
The spark that you were talking about for this UP squad. They're down on the third set, and they cannot afford, again, of course, if they lose this set, they lose the game. Velasquez on the service area.
Too excited.
Oo. May pito ang ating referee, masyadong maaga. Velasquez hails from Baliwag, Bulacan. Also a product of Arellano University. Good serve there in Narciso again. Rosos! Oh, missed.
Miscommunication.
And this is what we were talking about earlier, no?
Especially at a time like this, those unforced errors should not be happening.
Oo. And again, yun yung pinag-uusapan natin, because of the lack of practice, lack of getting together of the squad, you know, could be one of the reasons why they're miscommunicating like that. Austria, very strong jump serve, and this is just on the line, Jamie. 19, or rather 20 to 10. They're now up by 10 points.
And you have Austria just smiling on the other side over there.
While on the other end of the court, it's a totally different...
The opposite.
Yes. Austria again, the jump serve, beautiful. Let's see. This time, after our jubilation, energy, commenting on that particular serve, this time it's service error para dito kay Austria. Nevertheless, it's still a 9-point game, and UP has a mountain to climb in this third set if they still want to be in the running to win this game against the Altas. Gamban in the service area. There's a little clarification there by the officials. And finally, the go-ahead is, or was issued. Oh!
There we go.
Nicolas, recognizing that he can quickly drop that ball right into the zone 6. And score he did. Gamban still. And Narciso again. Mateo. Velasquez to Cajolo. And there's another error by the Altas. This is the third consecutive point being scored by UP, and suddenly meron tayong naririnig na konting ingay dito sa Paco Arena.
May konting shift.
Yes, and they are being cheered by their teammates on the side. Gamban. And Narciso. Rosos, quick attack! Good set again by Narciso. And quick finish by Rosos, hitting zone number 5. 21-13. Number 16, Kirth Patrick Rosos, NCAA Juniors 93 MVP. Cajolo this time. Beautiful.
Now it's a
Take a look.
7-point lead.
Cajolo penetrating through that double block there being issued by the Altas. 7 points na lang ang hinahabol nila. And Narciso again, sliding attack there. Oh my God, this again is turning to be a blowout for the Altas.
I have to give credit to the setter of Perpetual. He's really, really running his offense smoothly, switching it around.
He woke up on the right side of the bed
Yes.
this morning, and ito namang UP on the wrong side of the bed.
Yes.
Cajolo again, rejected there. One more time!
Single block.
And look at the facial expression of Cajolo after his attack was blocked. You know, these are not the kind of expressions you wanted to see from your players. As we are towards the tail end of the game now, 23-14, a big 9-point lead by the Altas. What more can you ask for if you are Coach Sammy Akailar from this team, Jamie?
You know, I feel like he's really happy right now with the maintained energy. He's able to sub in some players that were coming off the bench and give them an opportunity to play.
Oo, Lithuania, first time na makikita natin dito sa ating laro. Oh, lucky break there.
Very lucky there.
Lucky break there for UP kasi yung atake niya na-block. Look at this. Tapos tumama sa ulo.
Wow. Is this the shift? Is this the shift?
We just don't know. Could be. 23-15, an 8-point ball game. Caholo the service.
Oh my.
Free ball. Velasquez to Malabanan. Second consecutive score there by Malabanan. Magandang bunot para kay Coach Raul Ricafort. Now, do they still have time to come back? Jamie, do they still have time to come back?
I don't want to say it. I don't want to jinx it.
Pero meron, ano?
Yes, may chance pa.
And is it going to be another score? No? Free. Oh, that is... Oh, lucky break for Austria that time. Ano na yan eh? Sira na yung play eh.
Yes. At this point in the game, it's important that UP just gets everything. Kahit it looks outside, you need to just get it.
And Ramirez now will be serving at match point. Ramirez has been making wonders out of his jump serves early. Let's see if this will do the same here.
Outside.
Outside ngayon. May chance pa rin ang mga taga-UP Diliman to come back in this game. They're just down by 7. Never say never.
Let's see.
Yes. Serving is JV Malabanan, who provided 2 quick points earlier. This guy is from Muntinlupa.
Great receive.
Lithuania. Quick attack there. Binalik at ipinasok. And this is courtesy of Joshua Zareno finishing off this ball game para dito sa Altas. 3 straight sets. Did we not anticipate this?
I stand corrected. I thought that this game would end in 5. But unfortunately, UP was not able to recover.
Again, building on from their first win in the tournament was the Altas. They won versus FEU nung nakaraan. 5 sets yan. This time, they won straight sets versus the University of the Philippines. What a way to send the message dito sa ating tournament, itong Altas.
I believe that Perpetual is really a force to be reckoned with. And no one should take them lightly, especially after this game, winning in 3 sets.
As we take a look at the highlights of set number 3, set number 1 tayo ngayon. Earlier on set number 1, makikita mo, masaya pa sila Gamban, eh, no?
Yes.
They still have that,
fire.
That fire, that jubilee in their faces. And in set number 2, when they're beginning to feel the pressure, unti-unti na nakikita mo yung combination nitong Narciso to several other players. Truly an amazing floor general for me.
Yes. You know, as a setter myself, it's really important that we allow our spikers to shine, and I believe he just did that.
At kanina nga tinitignan natin, sino kaya ang makikita natin out of all the players that are playing really well para dito sa Altas? Kasi nandyan si Ramirez, who's been your silent killer for this particular game. But
Austria also,
no. And these guys, they're performing not just their particular roles, but all of a sudden, what we've chosen is the most consistent of them all. And now let's turn you over to Megan Cabrera, who will be talking to the best player of the game.
Thank you so much, Nori. Kasama ko ngayon, player of the game, JC NRC. So, JC, 14 incredible sets. And all throughout sets 1 to 3, talagang consistent ka kung saan mo, kapag inangat mo yung bola, it really works for you. So, kapag inangat mo na yung bola, anong tumatakbo sa isip mo?
Yung tumatakbo ko lang sa isip ko is pumuporsyento na ako sa wing kasi yun yung swerte sa amin eh. Tsaka pag nababasa naman yung wing namin, doon ako sa combination play. Pag nakapatay, ganun, ikot-ikotan lang.
Ayan, so hopefully that helps carry you through to the next games. And ayan, marami nang bumabati sa'yo, nagko-congrats dito pa lang sa Paco Arena. So ngayon na ang chance mo na bumate sa mga nanonood at sumusuporta.
Binabati ko po si Tony Chairman Tamayo. Happy birthday sa Perpetual Light at sa family ko, in Narciso family. Ingat kayo dyan. See you soon. God bless. Yun lang. Saka sa coach ko pala, saka teammates ko. Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much, JC, and congratulations to you and your team. Back to you, Nori and Jamie.
Again, congratulations dito kay JC and Narciso making his hometown, Igpit, Misamis Oriental proud. Now let's take a look at set number 3 statistics.
And as you could see on the screen, we have Perpetual with 13 attacks, and with the Fighting Maroons 11. You can tell that with the blocks, Perpetual prevailed, and UP had 0, and Aces, Perpetual had 3, and Aces just won from the UP Fighting Maroons.
Right, total domination. Again, at the beginning of the game, nung nag-pre-game tayo, you actually projected it to be a 5-setter game, but all of a sudden, nung nakita na natin yung kalibre nitong Altas, all of a sudden, nakita natin, oh, ano na to? It's gonna be an easy win for the Altas. And coming up next will be the Adamson Falcons going up against the Green Spikers in De La Salle. Huwag po kayong aalis. Dito pa rin kami sa vleague Collegiate Challenge. This is still Nori Uy together with Jamie La Victoria and the third member of our panel, Megan Cabrera.